Now we will be learning about the functions in Python. What is a function? We can say a function is a block of code which only runs when it is called, or more clearly we can say a function does a particular task. A function is used to do a particular task and it is executed only when it is called. We can pass data to functions which are known as arguments or parameters. A function can return data as a result. We define functions using the def keyword. Example like def func. Func is the name of the function which we have given. These are the functions which we can define using the def keyword. There are certain functions which are already stored in the Python libraries which we commonly use, like list functions, sort, reverse, print is also a function. The parentheses are the indicators for functions. Or we can understand functions in such a way, like if we use a software like Microsoft Word. In Microsoft Word, we find a lot of utilities like spelling and grammar check, or inserting clip art, and a lot of utilities are there. So these separate utilities like spelling and grammar check, it is a particular function. A function has been made to check the spelling and grammar, and it is once written, it is used in Excel, in PowerPoint, in numerous applications. In a similar, insert clip art, that is a function, and that function is again and again used in Excel, PowerPoint, and many more. So the benefit of function is that a function or module can be written once and can be used any number of times. This is the main benefit behind functions. It's time to learn in practical. This is a program to check a number, whether the number is prime or not. In this program, I have created a function, a user-defined function. The name of the function is prime check. In the line number 1, you can find that I have used def keyword. Def keyword is used whenever we want to define a function. The function name is prime check. And then a parameter, that is n. Parameter or argument. It means whenever this function will be called, it will be receiving a variable also. And from line 2 to line 7, this is part of this function prime check, as it is indented right towards the prime check function. Now our code will start execution from line number 8. Whenever we will run this program, it will not start from line number 1, because functions are defined using def keyword and they are executed only when they are called. So this is only the definition for the function. It is not called. In line number 8, we receive a number in small n variable, enter a number, we enter a number in variable n. Then in line number 9, this is a call to function, prime check function, and the variable n is passed, which is copied to this capital N. We can keep it as small n also, but these two are separate variables. When the prime check function receives a number or a value, it calculates the number, it checks for the number whether it is prime or not. The concept is, I have used a variable prime which is initially having 1, a loop for I in range starting from 2 and less than n, because a prime number is that number which is divisible only by 1 and the number itself. So the range is from 2 till n minus 1. If n modulus I equal 0, it means if n is divided by I in the range 2 till the n minus 1. We will put 0 in prime variable and we will break the loop, because it is clear if the number is divided in this range, number cannot be prime. So after this loop, we will return the value of prime. Returning means the function has been called from a place, the value will be returned to that place only. The prime was having value 1. If this condition is true, when it is divided by any number in between range of 2 till n minus 1, the prime will have 0. So this will return either 1 or 0. That value is stored in this variable r in line number 9 because it has been called from this position only. Now if r equal 1 in line number 10, we can check this is a prime number, else this is a composite number. Let's run this program. Enter number 23, this is a prime number. Enter a number 66, this is a composite number. The program is working fine. Now let's see the same program with some changes. In this, the program is same, but this time we are not returning the value of prime. We are returning directly the string. And the program, as usual, it will start from line number 9, where we put a number in n. Then the function has been called, and this time prime check function is returning the string. If you see, it is returning string. So since it is returning string, we will not be using a variable on the left of prime check which will be storing a value. Rather, we have directly put this call in print, so that whatever strings are returned, they are directly printed. So in line number 10, prime check is called, the value of n is copied to n, then prime equals to 1 for n range to n, if n modulus I equal to 0, the same concept. It means if the number is divided, it means it will return composite number. And we will not use break this time. I have put it as a comment because return causes the exit from this function and the control returns to the place where it was called. So it returns to this place. So it means composite number will be returned to this place and it will be printed. Now if this condition is not true, the loop terminates normally and then it returns prime number. So that string will be directly printed here. So we do not need 11, 12, 13, 14 line numbers because we are not receiving any value and then deciding whether it is prime or composite. So let's run this program. Enter number 71, prime number. Let's run it again. 65, composite number. So the program is working fine. So we can say this way we can create functions using def keyword, and whenever we want to call it, we can call the function, and we can create as many functions as we want in a program. So that's all about functions in this video. We will learn more about functions and modules in next video. Take care. Bye bye.